I know what y'all thinking. Taurean, why didn't you do a triple P about this? And I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll set the scene. I did record a triple P about her, the person that you see on your screen. But that was literally the day before. I think it was the day before I had got that little notice from Twitter. Of course, by now, y'all have already seen the video that I did about it. If y'all follow my community tab, y'all saw the post on there about that as well. And I was thinking to myself, if I upload this video about this woman, about how I feel about her and, what happened with her, I already know what could possibly happen. Because if I can get my account dinged on Twitter for sharing a link about Akon, I already know. That's why I never uploaded it. And it wasn't going to be a long video too. Like the Triple P video was only about 5 minutes, like a little over 5, maybe 6 minutes tops. So now y'all are going to have to imagine what I had to say. But just know this. I feel absolutely nothing. I think that's how I ended the video off. I feel absolutely nada. And shout out to Harvey because he did a video about her last night as well. And he hit on some very key points where he was basically saying how Donald Trump was like the only person that broke this news. He was the first person to break this news. As if he was the first person to know. Probably outside of her, maybe her immediate family. But she falls now into the categories of Herman Cain and that hip hop MAGA dude. I forget his name. Someone put in the chat what his name was. I know he was some hip hop dude. I forget. But people are going to have to understand, Black people especially, when you go out there and you shill for these people, whether you are leaning politically to the left or politically to the right, when you go to that, as someone said on Twitter, that big butter biscuit in the sky, the people down here that you champion so hard for, that whose ass you kiss so much, they don't care like that. Because if you notice, who else passed away this week? They passed away yesterday. Lisa Marie Presley. Diamond Who? She got talked about she was a blip on the radar. You know how I found out that she passed? When Willie D went live and talked about her. And then I went onto Google and that's when I saw it. She trended on Twitter for like a couple of hours. But when Lisa Marie Presley passed away yesterday, no one's talking about her anymore. They had stopped talking about her a couple of days before she passed. So y'all can do and be off code as much as you want, but let's see how those people actually treat you or talk about you if they even invoke your name. And one thing that made me so upset was when I was looking in the comment section of, because I know Tariq had posted it up on Instagram. Now, mind you, Tariq just posted up an article piece, like a screenshot of the article about her being deceased. He didn't leave any disparaging remarks about her in his caption, like nothing to speak ill against this woman, although she and her sister threw Black people under the bus ever since they came on the scene. He kept it real classy. But what got me was when I looked in his comment section was the amount of Black people that was trying to make it seem like we was talking trash about her because of her political leanings. We were not talking shit about her because of her political leanings. If we had any critique about this woman, it's because of how she threw us under the bus for the last, 5, 6, 7 years. Her and her sister. It had nothing to do with her political leanings. See, one thing black people are going to have to get out of the habit of is extending the olive branch out to every black person because they can't all be saved. This woman and her sister came in swinging at black people. So if you want to know why we don't really feel bad, it's because of her off-code behavior. It has nothing to do with her politics. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, you could take it or you can leave it, but that's really the honest truth. At least that's what it is for me. But that's what they wanted. They want to twist it into that. And when I saw black people saying stuff like that, y'all sounded like some chocolate covered white supremacists, because that's what they would say. Just close my eyes and imagine them saying the same exact thing is no different. It was really a thing of trying to make us feel guilty about saying the stuff we said about her. People saying, oh, we shouldn't be saying the things about this because she got a family and all this type of stuff. Listen, it's a lot of black people out here who have families and who they have lost loved ones unjustly. Where's everybody's outpouring support for them? I even saw people, other black people who were speaking ill or speaking against that black man from DC who was the cousin of a Black Lives Matter founder, was making fun of him, getting tased multiple times and dying, all because of who their cousin was. Other black people was doing that. I'm like, he had nothing to do with whatever shady stuff his cousin was involved with. This man just lost his life, almost similar to George Floyd. I said, y'all are starting to turn into them slowly each and every day and won't get shit out of the deal. Look at what happened with the person on your screen. Look at what happened with Herman Cain. Look at what happened to that hip hop MAGA guy. They have gone into eternity with dust in their pockets. And for those that are still living, Stacey Dash, Paris Denard, David Clark, where are they at now? When they go, they're going to fall into that same dusty casket as they did. Shout out to Sean from the Shy for the $4.99. She said, Auntie almost picked a pair of glasses like that. Glad I dodged that bullet. Yeah, fake them. Exactly. The Coonstress. A whole bunch of them. That CJ Pearson. They all gonna fall into that same category. They just don't know it yet. That's because they're living in the moment. They are living in the moment. But their moment will soon be up. In the words of Rob, Diamond found out that the world is indeed correct. It's just that she's not here to actually physically feel that the world is correct. I see y'all naming names down in the chat. Those people too. I don't know about y'all, but to be off cold in the buck dance like that makes me itch. It does. You know how like when you see a bunch of ants scattered all over the place and all of a sudden your body start itching? That's what that has to feel like. I don't know. Maybe they got some kind of potion to make them immune to it. I don't know. But please don't rub off on me. It feels like it's a disease. Mark Air, shout out to the UK. But that's really all I have to say about this. And let me tell you something right now. What I just said in this video concerning her is miles different. I'm not in this video, but and I'm saying video because I might clip it. What I said right here in just this portion is miles away from what I said in the Triple P. In the Triple P, I did not say anything near what I just said right here.